afternoon, everyone. This is the Global Cooling Rundown from September 22nd to October 2nd, 2017. Warmer winter, colder winter, heavy snow, it's all global warming, it's all CO2. Sierra Pass is closed due to snowfall because the snow caused a huge pileup. Not to mention Tioga Pass opened a month later, but now it's snowing incredibly early in the season. Images across the Sierra Nevadas, 6 to 8 inches of snow. Fall Northern Hemisphere, snow extent increasing year upon year. More Arctic sea ice, more than 1971. This is exactly what you would look for in an increase in the intensity of the grand solar minimum. Early snowfall, 12 feet in Alaska. Hella skiing operations already running. Deep snows across Montana. Utah record snow, Utah record cold. Tahoe early hit with deep snow. California snows in the last day of summer. Norway early snow. And all that heat, people are trying to say, look, there's no grand solar minimum coming. It's hot in the east. Well, it's going to flip to this over the next 7 days. So I thought I would leave you with some beautiful colors in a sunset of a massive thunderstorm top over Italy. Earlier in September, the People's Bank of China came out with a government-issued statement, halt all ICOs. This made it across the newswire and put fear into the hearts of anybody investing in cryptocurrencies that China, some of the largest buyers on the planet, were no longer eligible to take part in ICOs. Not more than 2 weeks later, China's Bitcoin exchanges received shutdown orders and a closure timeline. Well, not really. They received a piece of paper with no government letterhead. And then there was some conjecture of the National Internet Finance Association, which really has no regulatory authority other than self-regulation in the internet finance sphere. Their whole aim and goal is helping their own members achieve a common interest in accordance with the Constitution. Yet exchanges across China, in the spirit of the policy, decided to self-shutter themselves. This is nothing new. This is paying tribute to the emperor for allowing you the privilege of operating in the country. It doesn't matter if it is 2,000 years ago, 1,500 years ago, or now. The central emperorship authority has just shifted over to the Communist Party. And while we talk about using ancient history to forecast what's going on in China with the cryptocurrency market, Sun Tzu, never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake, which we are definitely doing right now. Unverified reports that China is trying to block Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchanges, yet searching across the entire internet space from the cyber administration that actually regulates the internet, nothing. The Ministry of Finance in China, nothing. People's Bank of China, not a second ultimatum to close the exchanges, nothing. Although the 19th National Congress of the Communist Party of China, the largest communist meeting in 5 years, being held October 18th. This is where the policy for the next 5 years of China's development, in conjunction with their 100-year development plan, and as we see through history, every time one of these meetings comes up, they try to reshuffle and use the art of war to disguise their next moves. The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy so that he cannot fathom our real intent. And you see this every 5 years. What's interesting, though, is 2 of China's biggest cryptocurrency exchanges are shutting down after these meetings, which means they will not shut at all. Because in the new 5-year plan, China's central bank vows to push for blockchain, including a new digital yuan to go along with the regular traded global yuan and the gold-backed oil exchange out of Shanghai. Of course, it takes a network of people to keep this facade going, the different levels of spies. BTCC tells the world that all the exchanges in China need to close. Now, where did we see this same Bobby Lee before? 2013, when he was also tasked with blocking new deposits into the exchange, sending Bitcoin plummeting. The same person, twice, with the news releases from his organization, has taken the cryptocurrency markets down by billions in valuation. And the Chinese are smart. They started to use Telegram over-the-counter exchanges to do the Bitcoin trading outside of the exchanges themselves. Peer-to-peer, basically. And I love how all the internet rumors all started on the National Internet Finance Association of China, which has no regulatory authority. And even in the Business Insider article, they say the Chinese regulators could have a change of heart. Oh, the change of heart. This same Communist Party Politburo, full military overseership, will have a change of heart. And this whole look left while everybody's going right, using the NIFA to distribute this false information about actual closings. Well, at least of some of the exchanges. It's tribute time and consolidation of power. When we look at the exchange market share, Huobi and OKCoin had over 70% of the market themselves wrapped up. So who is the emperor going to use in the next movement forward? The deception has been laid. The plans are there. After these National Congress meetings of the Communist Party, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange and ICO platform on the planet, it will be something like a China Central Coin Exchange overseen by the People's Bank of China. They intend to dominate this space, just like they did global trade. They're going to use Tencent as the central pay channels. They're going to use their new quantum satellite network, and it's all going to be overseen by the People's Bank of China. And I mean the Politburo in place of that banking term. There's going to be 3 cryptocurrency exchanges available in China: Huobi, OKCoin, and the next one to be named. There will be 3 only. And I bet Bobby Lee will be involved in the 3rd one as his reward for doing what he's told to throw the West off to devalue Bitcoin. And the only reason any of this matters is because solar cycle 25 and 26 bring us into the grand solar minimum. And when we look through history, every single grand solar minimum, the Chinese dynasties have been wiped out. They actually change emperors every single time there's a grand solar minimum. It's due to lack of food production, drought, and unstable weather patterns with social unrest. And this time will be no different. And with the forecast moving forward with the intensification of the grand solar minimum, you can also see the cryptocurrency market capitalization increasing lockstep with the amount of news. And as Amazon's mission statement is, anything available on planet Earth you can get through Amazon. After the Central Communist meetings, any crypto on planet Earth will be available through the new China Central Coin Exchange, all through their central payment system, digitizing, tokenizing assets through a central platform, and they are going to try to control the entire planet's cryptocurrency space. This is the art of war. And please join me for the interview I just did with Sean at the SGT report. We talked about the same things, but we went much more in depth with timelines, the grand solar minimum, the intensification, and the societal impacts. Vanuatu ordering evacuation due to volcanic eruption. Mount Sinabung again erupting. At the same time, Mount Agung in Bali starting to erupt. Every grand solar minimum, we do see that there are volcanic eruptions going back to 44 AD. Late Antique Little Ice Age affected the northern hemisphere. Major eruptions at the grand solar minimum. Now let's tie this into the largest September ice growth ever recorded in our modern satellite era. Unbelievable ice growth across the Arctic. So the global warming crowd is scrambling to explain all of this, and they are just praying for the eruption because all the news releases right now are talking about how the Bali eruption will cool global temperatures. So then if this eruption happens, all the predictions that didn't come true about all the warming and melting ice, now they can blame all the cooling of the grand solar minimum on a single eruption. And a look at your global temperatures. Just subtract a half a degree off what they claim the Bali eruption will do. Just days ago, another strong geomagnetic storm pelted Earth, and the images are finally coming in. We see that same deep red and purple reaching to the sky, southern hemisphere. Another incredible image of Steve. Although the media says it's normal, they're remarkably common, but we've never noticed them before. This is Steve. It's only the 3rd time it's ever been seen. And what about these picket fence auroras, September 15th? What about very rare ball lightning in Bergamo, Italy? Well, at least they say it's a rare phenomenon. Check out the shelf cloud over Ohio. And this is one of my favorite photos out of the Hurricane Harvey collection. And somehow we're supposed to believe this is all induced by CO2. And please join me for episode number 35 with David Dilley, researcher and hurricane forecaster using natural climate pulse technology and recurring cycles in Earth's atmosphere to pinpoint when global cooling will intensify 2019. This is an interview you definitely want to listen to.